Good evening, fans, and welcome to a very warm Newport News. You're in an exciting game. Lionsbridge taking on Christos FC, two teams undefeated in the USL 2. My name is Austin Urchin. I'm excited to be bringing you tonight's contest. The starting 22 out on the field, 4 officials as well. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem before we get things underway and give you the starting lineups. It's about 90 degrees, feels like it's 97 according to the weather app here. And we'll be right back here at TowneBank Stadium. After the national anthem, the Lionsbridge players looking to not back down as Tom Petty's, one of his hit songs, plays throughout TowneBank Stadium. Some of the ball kids coming out onto the field to go to their positions. And we'll bring you the starting lineups. First, for Lionsbridge FC, in goal tonight, Marc-Antoine Husen. Number 2, David Materazzi. Number 3, Mark Roby. Number 6, Andrew Bennett. Number 7, Omar Abutaleb. Number 9, Adam Davie. Number 13, Noe Biju. Number 16, Coleman Jennings. Number 18, Miguel Guerrero. Number 24, Luke Stotts. And rounding out the 11 is number 31, Sam Hall. Of course, Lionsbridge coached by Chris Wally. Lieutenant McVeigh, assistant coach. McVeigh also in the 18, sitting on the bench to start this one off. Typically we see him come on later into the game to really use his size to try and disrupt opponents. He can come on in a more defensive style of play, sitting along the back line with the rest of his teammates, or move up and join the attack. And his big frame really does wonders for the Lionsbridge squad going forward from corners especially. Can almost enforce his will on the opponents and just clear out the box. Christos will start things off. Alex Bobasi in goal. Number 2, Matt Brummett. Number 3, Demetrius Shepard-Lewis. Number 5, Riley Berge. Number 6, Kevin Medrano. Number 7, Roshan Panton. Number 10, Albie Ndrenika. Number 11, Ben Stitz. Number 12, Jordan Travers. Number 15, Taylor Calhira. Number 21, Josh Morgan. An interesting note here for the Christos lineup. Only 2 substitutes for them, and that's going to be a big part of the keys to success for Lionsbridge tonight. They really need to come out and play confidently with each possession that they have. Really force Christos to move all around the field. It's a very big field, and only 11 of them, rather 10 out on the field. But there's only 2 substitutes on the bench for the visitors, whereas Lionsbridge has a nice number. About 7 field players and, of course, a substitute goalkeeper. So being able to efficiently use those substitutes, get as much as you can out of your legs and lungs before heading over to the sideline, having someone come on to replace you. Lionsbridge with a good early opportunity here, throw in deep inside Christos territory. Mentioned earlier, both sides 2-0 here so far this season as the throw comes up and in towards the 6-yard box. Christos trying to clear it away. At least they're able to get it outside the 18. Lionsbridge able to recover. Stotts passing it back. Guerrero picks it up. Continuing back towards his own half, deflecting this one out of play. Couldn't quite make contact with Brummett there as Brummett dodged out of the way and Guerrero's pass goes out of bounds. Throw in for the visitors. Now they begin to work down the line. Good pass between the legs of Roby. Moving forward. 2-on-1 situation. And Calhira can't get through. Very nearly onside there was number 16 Jennings for Lionsbridge as he tried to time his run and was less than a quarter of a second off. A very good look though for Lionsbridge early on. That's another big part of their game, the counterattack. Lionsbridge really loves to boot the ball up the field and have their speedy players up in the forward position. You can see right there Adam Davie applying pressure, number 9 in blue. And of course Coleman Jennings, number 16, was the intended receiver before that pass was offsides. Davie, 22 years old, forward at Georgia Southern. From across the pond in Nottingham, England. Throw-in gets a lot of air underneath that ball. Christos able to take it away. And already we're seeing, once Christos is able to make a good interception, break up the pass, they're very quick to capitalize, jump back on top of the ball, and try and do something with it. Whether that's Lionsbridge playing one step behind or Christos one step ahead. Either way, it benefits the boys from Baltimore. This one is played on for Davie. Trying to bring it into the corner. Has room, sends in a cross, but out of bounds. Corner kick coming up for Lionsbridge. Another good chance here to get up on the board. The earliest goal for Lionsbridge so far this season came in the 26th minute in their first game of the season. That was a penalty kick from Hugo Kadima in the 26th minute. After that was Sam Hall's 31st minute strike against Virginia Beach United back on May 14th as the corner kick comes in. Not a lot of curve on this ball. Goalkeeper comes away and punches it clear. Still in a dangerous area. Settle down. Abu Talib to the outside and now crossed back in. Couldn't find anyone. Lionsbridge a chance there. Nearly Davie as the ball somehow pinballed around and no one from Christos seemed to really know where the ball was. Davie couldn't really believe his luck as it came almost right to him. He couldn't fire home a strike. Good stop by the goalkeeper. Up for another corner kick. Both arms up, and here's the service from Bennett towards the back post, into the back of the goal. What a strike from Materazzi. Way to use your head to get your first goal for Lionsbridge FC. A great job there from Lionsbridge. Couldn't quite capitalize on the first attempt from the corner. Then Materazzi making it count here in the 5th minute. We'll say that Bennett gets the assist for that one as he sent in the ball. And wait for the official confirmation. But very nearly a handball inside the box. But inadvertent, says the official. And a lot of cheering from the stands below. As of course that header on the corner means that everyone here in attendance wins a coupon for a free chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, one of the big sponsors of Lionsbridge FC. Materazzi able to help give that gift to the supporters. Davide Materazzi, the defender, at just 20 years old from Perugia, Italy. Gets his first goal on the board in his Lionsbridge career, but now coming down the other way, Calhira goes down, but a very good attempt on the counterattack from CFC. That one's just nudged out of bounds by Berge, the defender. And another throw-in coming up for Lionsbridge. They're going to look to capitalize again and hopefully add a brace here still very early on, just in the 8th minute. Throw-in coming from Jennings. And we'll get some good distance on that, sending it towards the middle of the box. But Abudaleb couldn't get it out from under his feet. Defender came and helped him, much to his dismay. Service sent into the box. Right back out, Lionsbridge able to recover. They're going to slow things down, bring it back into the defense. 4-man back line for the Bridge. Stott's trying to go forward. He was turned away. Counterattack again. Ben Stitz, the ball at his feet. Gets past Hall. Miscommunication between him and Brummett, though. As Christos very nearly had a break deep inside Lionsbridge territory. Now, counterattack. Quickly down the line. Guerrero moving back towards the center. Has Jennings out to his left. Tries to play a service in. But another good stop by Berge. Berge's done a great job really identifying the passing lanes for Lionsbridge. Being able to cut them out, make sure that ball doesn't get into a more dangerous spot in the final attacking third. Looking to break free is Bennett. Pass down the far side for Abudaleb. Abu Talib back up towards the top of the box for Guerrero. Takes an opportunity, but swallowed up by the goalkeeper. Right place at the right time. Didn't have to move really, except fall to the ground. Bobasi swallowed that one up. Good give and go. Shot here, tipped just wide. It looked like. They'll say that Houston didn't get a hand on the ball. It'll be a goal kick for Lionsbridge. And you can see just how quickly Christos can counterattack against Lionsbridge. We were talking about how it's a tactic that the home side loves to employ. Now getting a bit of a taste of their own medicine. That's something that they have to be very careful of, having a strong midfield and also defense to try and prevent that. Ball played up and over the top. Abu Talib on the outside. Cross towards the back post. Goalkeeper gets there just before Jennings. Jennings tried to add his name to the score sheet, but would be denied, at least for now. Bennett has 2 goals this season, and also with his assist today, got his first of the year, I believe. Bennett has 1 goal in each game, looking to make it 3 for 3. Scored the brace against Virginia Beach United in the 55th minute. And a foul just along the halfway line, as Roby gets whistled for the infraction. So 2 3-0 victories for Lionsbridge so far on the season, as Materazzi tries to send this one up, and he might have made incidental contact with the forward of Christos, who's still down. So they're going to blow the whistle. And just make sure that the player down is all right. Looks like it's Calhira. He's pleading his case to the head official. So that might have been a dangerous play from Davide Materazzi. Hewson sends this one down to the opposite side of the field, where the visiting goalkeeper picks this one up wearing the pink jersey. Good aggression coming from Davie. We'll send this one out for a throw-in. Now Lionsbridge trying to move up the field, being motioned along by Sam Hall to try and keep Christos down here. Far inside their own territory, but a good throw tries to break them free. He's sent right back out of bounds by Guerrero. Good clearance back towards their own half for Lionsbridge. They look to begin an attack of their own. Pass up towards Hall. Flicks it on for Jennings, but a miscommunication between the two. As Hall went back towards the middle. Jennings' overlapping pass fell by the wayside, out of bounds. Ball booted up. Both sides trying to fight for possession and establish a bit of control here. We're about a third of the way through the first half. Not quite just yet, but getting their Lionsbridge with the only goal in the game so far. Off a corner kick, Davide Materazzi sent it home. Great placement on the shot, sent it towards the top left corner of the goal. Appropriately called the postage stamp. Morgan gets set for a throw. He'll try to play this one in towards the box. Hall gets a foot on it and knocks it out of bounds. Good interruption by the Englishman Hall. Has 2 goals for himself, and now getting it done on the opposite side of the ball. He was named the Riverside Man of the Match against Virginia Beach United for his 2-goal effort in 31st and then the 70th minute. And the 70th was from the penalty mark, but they all count. Marc-Antoine Husen urging his side forward. Husen picked up the shutout about a week ago down in Virginia Beach. He started 20 of 20 games for the Mustangs at Midwestern State during the last year. Lone Star Conference Goalkeeper of the Year, All-Tournament Team, and of course All-Tournament MVP. He racked up 58 saves across over 1,800 minutes. It's a very important part of the roster, the last line of defense, the goalkeeper. If you have a great goalkeeper, you can really set your squad up for a lot of success. Probably one of the most important. Obviously, all the positions are important. But if you really have a standout goalkeeper, you can keep yourself in games that you really shouldn't be. We've seen that across professional leagues and even in World Cup games. And of course, a great goalkeeping game that comes to mind for most Americans is during the World Cup, when Tim Howard put on quite a performance against Belgium. He was just getting peppered all game long and really tried to keep the squad in there. Brought it to extra time, but unfortunately, USA bowed out of the tournament in that game, despite his best efforts, but quite a strong performance to make up for the lack of offense on the opposite side of the field from the Americans. There's a throw in deep inside the box, tapped away by Christos out towards the sideline. Also, that Lionsbridge had their head on that one last, as it'll be a throw-in for the visitors. Battle for possession. Good touch up over the defense for Jennings, but he can't get on the end of his own pass. Goalkeeper off his line lays claim to it. A foul quickly whistled by the official after a harsh challenge. Doesn't look like there will be any supplementary discipline for the moment. The official is calling the offender over. And it looks like that might be his final warning or his first caution. Final warning for now. For Biju. I think Biju knew as soon as he went into that tackle, it was a bit of a hard challenge. Worthy of a card, probably not, especially at this stage in the game. Maybe later on, after a couple warnings, we might see one. The official keeping everything in his pockets for now. Of course, the clock for the first half is brought to you by Bowditch Ford. There's another throw-in along the near side for Christos. We've seen a lot of throw-ins here in this game as the ball is played up. Jennings. Hall has it out wide for Bennett. Looks to go backwards in order to make some progress up the field. Roby to Guerrero. Turning, trying to find space and create some for himself, but overweights his pass out across the end line. Out for a goal kick. Bit of a chippy game here last time out. TowneBank Stadium against Greenville United. Lionsbridge came away with a 3-0 victory, but 4 yellow cards throughout the contest, 2 for each side. The 2 picked up by the home side, one for Hugo Kadima and also for Materazzi. Both at the tail end of the first half. In the 44th and 45th minute, respectively. Morgan sends an across towards the penalty spot, knocked away by Biju, but still inside the dangerous area. Finally, it leaves the box and scooted up towards the center field line. And they'll whistle Davie for offsides. He crossed back into an onside position from beyond the last defender after the ball was kicked. Short pass from Medrano out towards his left back. Ndrenika dribbling, dispossessed. Christos regains the ball. Hard push from behind, but staying on his feet, dribbling in towards the 18-yard box now. Good idea from Calhira. Short pass to Morgan. Across the opposite side of the box, like a training ground exercise, but Ndrenika couldn't put enough power behind it. That's exactly the kind of play you want to see on offense, a slow, methodical build-up going forward, and really right out of training that that little sequence. You build up on one side of the box, send a cross over to the opposite side. Lionsbridge was even practicing it before the start of this game. Counterattack coming. Stotts played a ball, a bit too much air behind it. Allowed the goalkeeper to come up underneath it, lay claim to it before anyone else got there. Stotts sliding effort, wins the challenge. Couldn't hold on to the ball though as it squeaks out of play. Throw-in keeps possession at their feet. We're going to take a quick break here for some hydration, of course. And the conditions on the field are pretty warm, or rather than pretty warm, they're quite hot down on the field. There's a quick break in between halftime and the start of the game, halftime, and then the culmination of the game. Both sides are going to head off towards their respective sidelines. Take a quick breather, get some water. The action will continue. And as well as Lionsbridge has been playing, it seems like Christos should have had at least a couple opportunities to try and test the goalkeeper Mark Antoine Husen. We'll see if after this little break, Christos will have more opportunities going forward. It's really beneficial for both sides. I'm sure the coaching staff loves it as well. Once the temperature gets up into the 90s, to allow, of course, for these hydration breaks. You can make some minor adjustments halfway through the half. They've notice certain tendencies or tactics from the opposition. Perhaps their own players slacking a little bit. Which is for Lionsbridge, it's really a breakdown of controlling the ball in the middle of the field. And once Christos gets a foot on it, Lionsbridge has a tendency to just back up, play a bit more reserved. Very nearly didn't quite look like it was a shot from Lionsbridge. Perhaps incidental contact from the defender trying to get his head on it. Very nearly an own goal. The shot's taken, just pushed wide by Bobasi. A great effort from a bit of distance. I believe that was Davie who took that shot. As Bennett heads over towards the corner flag. Bennett able to find the head of Davide Materazzi last time for the go-ahead goal. We'll see what Lionsbridge cooks up here. Looking for Hall. Couldn't find him. Guerrero sends it back into the mixer. Materazzi can't keep it down. Guerrero. Hall on the outside. Slides. Gets good contact with the ball. Also goes right through Brummett. We'll see if it'll be a throw-in, and it looks like it will be. It was a clean sliding challenge. Bennett wins the ball, plays it out wide. Abu Talib trying to keep it in, but they'll say that one just squeaked out over the sideline. Quickly reintroduced by Christos. Calhira moving with pace down the wing. Trying to out-sprint Bijou. And he does, inside the box. Now what can he do with it? Ball back up towards the top. Cleared away by the defense. Back down the other way. Davie moving forward. He's boxed out by Berge. The goalkeeper just kicks this one away. Husen on the opposite side of the field, urging his side forward. So you can see a couple of players just off the side of your screen, the defenders especially. Hands on their knees, just trying to catch their breaths after that very quick counterattack. Great effort from Calhira. Really showing off his speed, but you can't do that too many times, especially with only a couple substitutes. Roby in towards the penalty spot, booted away. It was Morgan with the clearance. Now the Christos back line slowly moves up. Stotts on the end of it, trying to settle it down towards the middle of the field. Guerrero picks it up in stride from distance. Shot turned away by Travers. Was caught up in traffic, couldn't even get to the goalkeeper. And probably fined by him, as it eliminated a second chance opportunity. Another counterattack coming. Ndrenika on the near side of the field. Right-footed cross in. And very nearly an opportunity to equalize for Christos. And it's almost the same exact play, or really the same style that they had their earlier opportunity on. Or it's a build-up on the near side, or sending a cross over to the opposite post. But this time, no one there. And Christos couldn't even fire off a shot. That one got past Husen and everything. Coming off his line, corner kick first for Christos here tonight. Headed up and away. Attempted one-timer, but a bit too high for Medrano, and as his initial shot was off target. He fell right towards a teammate in the middle of the box, who then subsequently put it well up and over the crossbar. The 30th minute, almost behind us. Still only one goal to speak of. Coming very early on in the 5th minute. Perhaps Lionsbridge just trying to ride out the storm so to speak. See if they can slowly wear down Christos. Again, only 2 substitutes for them on the sideline, Jackson Glenn and Vince Petrera. Good header by Materazzi, breaking up the play. Christos able to recover. Calhira down the line. A good pass, Panton. Couldn't find an opportunity to play the ball back in, but defense helped him out with that one, giving him another corner kick. This one curving towards Hughesen. Lets it go by him. And it's out for a goal kick. Really unfortunate there for Christos not to be able to even get a shot off as all that build-up, you catch the Lionsbridge players, at least their midfield and defense, kind of off guard on that quick counter down the line. Unable to do anything really with that great chance that you have. And you're trailing by 1 and also trailing in the numbers that you brought to the game. You really have to make every opportunity count. Said it was a key for the Lionsbridge players to have meaningful possession, and it really also is a key to stay in the game for Christos as they have an opportunity here. Sliding block by Hall. He goes down to the ground. Never want to shy away from that. To break up the effort coming from Stitz. Quick throw. Stitz couldn't keep it close to himself. And it squeaks out. Morgan settling it down now. Brummett gets taken out. Throw in. Brummett helped up by Stotts after a hard challenge. Good bit of sportsmanship there between the two. Ndrenika dribbling, and that one slides under the arm of Hughesen into the back of the goal. Christos FC have equalized. What a very surprising mistake from Hughesen. Normally a very strong goalkeeper, and that one just gets away from him. Looks like he didn't quite get to the ground fast enough, or his body wasn't behind the ball. I believe that's Albie and Ndrenika. Now we've got a brand new ball game between these two sides. You're almost in the 35th minute now. It's got to feel great for Christos, and that shot really just coming from almost an inconsequential chance. Just why not have a shot? Test Hughesen. Just goes to show you, and the coaching staff just says, test the goalkeeper. That's exactly what they mean. Their hands might not be as strong as they will later on in the contest. Hard throw-in comes in. Goalkeeper able to grab this for Christos. It's really just peppering the goalkeeper. That's what the thought process is behind it. Try and force them to be uncomfortable. Make some saves before they really find their rhythm. Great ground pass coming from Medrano. Cross back through the middle from Brummett. Hughesen goes well off his line to collect it. Very nearly outside the box. Able to slide and stay in. Boots it down across the halfway line. Aerial battle between the two sides. Christos comes away with a good turn. Lionsbridge able to win it back. Guerrero. Short pass back to Bennett. Down the right wing. Up towards the middle. All the way through. Lionsbridge lays it off for Guerrero, spinning inside the box. He goes down. No penalty from the official. That's a good no call. As now Christos able to hold off on that last attack. Trying to settle things down for themselves. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Lionsbridge throw. Bijou to take it. Defender at Robert Morris. Medrano clears this one up and away. Potential for another counterattack coming by Christos. He'll play this one down the left line. Stitz. Can he create separation from Materazzi? We'll see. One-on-one. And he does. Back in towards the box. Past another defender. Off of Husen. Getting his body in the way. Able to turn that shot to the side. Out for another corner kick. Momentum really on the side of Christos here. Just the body language coming from the Lionsbridge defenses. Almost seeing a bit defeated. This one is set up. Shot from distance straight at the goalkeeper. Good effort by Medrano. Hopefully that save will breathe some life back into them. It's a very unique style of play. The quick counterattacks coming from Christos. And when you're outpaced on the wings like that, where even with the ball, you see Panton and Ndrenika, Calhira moving just so quickly down the line. Can be quite frustrating for the defense, and it's very difficult to counter speed. The hard throw comes towards the box. Panton picks it up. Slows things down, looking for a teammate. Fires it off. Lionsbridge able to take it away. Good interception by Abudaleb. Guerrero gets his head up, finds a pass. Bennett to Hall, and now into the back line for Roby, and now Materazzi. 4 players up along the front line for Lionsbridge. They really want another goal here to close out the half. Ball stays in bounds. Abu Talib trying to fight for it, and he does. Able to win a corner kick. Great effort from the 21-year-old forward. Abu Talib scored 3 goals in 3 consecutive games during a quick run at UNC Wilmington. Also picked up 3 assists, logged over 1,000 minutes during his few years at UNCW. Corner kick coming up and in towards the back post. Goalkeeper just getting a fist to it, punches it away. Still back inside the box, Lionsbridge trying for a second chance here. Played up, headed off the goal line. A great defensive stop from the back line. Looked like that was Travers. Able to beat the goalkeeper, but not the defender that time. Davie goes down, and out for another throw-in. Looked like that was Jennings with that last shot on target. And Jennings will feel frustrated after that one, but you have to just sit there and applaud the defender. Right place at the right time and the wherewithal to deflect it away from the goal, headed on target. Again, Travers gets there to deny the shot going forward. Looks like Hall has a bit of a slight limp. We'll see if that impacts his play. Abutala plays it out to Hall. Walking gingerly now. Tried to clear it away, stopped by Biju. Trying to send it back up in towards the box. Guerrero. Advantage from the official. As Abutalib was brought down. Davie, chance here, can't get his head on it. Hall does. And the goalkeeper catches this one right in the breadbasket. So a lot of pressure built up by Lionsbridge, but unable to get anything, I would say, past the goalkeeper, but they did, and it was Travers with the goal line stop to preserve the draw for now. Counterattack, though, coming. But Guerrero a bit too excited as the ball slid away from him. Finally, the call comes in from the linesman on the near side. Frustrated about that one is Panton. Rightly so, the head official had a great view of the foul and the quick pull on his shirt. But it wasn't until the linesman brought his attention to the infraction that he finally blew the whistle. Free kick coming up. A great chance to try and keep Lionsbridge inside their own half. Here for the first 45 minutes. Punched away by Hewson. Hall brings it down with a very acrobatic play, but he can't control it. That's what teammates are for, as Bennett comes in to help him out. Quick pass by Guerrero. Up through the middle. Guerrero trying to get it back by the corner. That pass a bit too hard down towards the line. The end line, rather. Not enough towards the sideline. Now for another goal kick. And here at Virginia Ship Repair Association night. Nothing to split these two teams as we head closer and closer to the first half closing whistle. Hard foul, and quickly reaching into his pocket, producing a card. That'll be to Taylor Calhera. After a hard challenge, makes his case to the official, but the card has already been given out. Now Hewson electing to take this one just outside the center circle in his own half of the field. Three defenders staying back for Lionsbridge. Everyone else really moving up in towards the edge of the box, and they'll play it slow. Stops from the near side, sends an across, 6-yard box, header off target, out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up. A nice effort by Lionsbridge trying to create something before the halftime whistle. Really will feel a bit hard done not to get anything on target. There's going to be at least 3 minutes of stoppage time added on to the end of the first half. And of course, a minimum, so we could go over it. As a quick restart attempted, And now Guerrero will get a yellow card for that. I'm not sure if the yellow card right there is the right call from the official. As the ball was played into his path. He wasn't necessarily trying to get out of the way, but Christos with an attempted quick restart. And that's kind of just the price that you pay when you go for that. The official can't mark out the 10 yards. It was almost an instantaneous restart, but nevertheless, the play continues. Morgan. Stotts breaks up the play, but Morgan gets it back. Low cross, stopped by Roby, out along the edge of the box. Stotts gets it back, working his way towards the corner, tries to send it up the field. Good step through. Calhira, back towards the center, into the back of the goal. Another goal for Christos in stoppage time in the first half. Lionsbridge side surely must be frustrated to give up that very late goal here in the first half. And that really comes down to effective clearances and 3 opportunities. Lionsbridge unable to make good on any of those chances to just send the ball out of their own half. Foul about halfway inside the Christos side of the field. Now Lionsbridge really has to get a shot on target here, get something back. Make the goalkeeper make a save. After Hewson couldn't quite get to the end of that last ball. Looks like it pinballed a couple times around. Bennett stands behind it to take it. Fans trying to get behind him here. Plays this one up. Cross towards the box. Goalkeeper punches this one away. And Materazzi, we'll see if he escapes without a yellow card. There really wasn't a chance that he'd get to that ball, and really seemed like he went just for the goalkeeper there. The goalkeeper down. The trainer being waved onto the field, and it's really just a frustration foul for the defender. You have to keep a cool head, especially in the hot conditions. Sure, you just gave up the goal. You can't come running into a goalkeeper like that. Very fortunate. Not go down in the referee's book. Goalkeeper up, and referee just checking in on him. Making sure he's good to go. We'll get the go-ahead from the official. Surely not too much time left here in the first half. Perhaps the last opportunity for Lionsbridge coming up, as they have a throw-in, and they want the ball quickly. Jennings asking for it. Of course, not the end of the world if they don't score here. Another 45 to go, but it certainly would help things out. Firing a dart in. Stotts settles. Left-footed outside of the foot shot. The goalkeeper falls on top of this one, eating up just a bit more clock as Davie standing right up there with him, making sure he can't set the ball down. but it doesn't bother Obasi too much as he boots this one across the halfway line, and that's the end of the first half. Christos FC with a 1-goal advantage over Lionsbridge. It was Davide Materazzi getting things started for the home side in just the 5th minute. Looked like Lionsbridge was really setting themselves up for success. Then 5 minutes later, the ball slipped under Hugheson's arm. And Ndrenika able to notch the game-tying goal, and then 35 minutes later in stoppage time, Taylor Calhira just firing off a shot towards Hughson. And pinballed around, found its way into the back of the net. That's where we stand now. A couple changes really for Lionsbridge. In about 14 and a half minutes, we're going to take a quick break here at halftime and be right back with the second half.
Great vision and healthy eyes are the goal at Peninsula Eye Care. Optometrists diagnose and treat many disorders of the eye and visual system and are a great addition to your healthcare team. We prescribe glasses, contact lenses, and medications to serve you. I'm Dr. David Buck, and if you're looking for a team that will care about you and is ready to listen, come see us at Peninsula Eye Care.
As soon as you arrive, you'll see it in the people you meet and the way we follow through. At Bowditch Ford, your dealership experience will be one of total satisfaction. Our professional sales associates make buying easy, fast, and fun. And when it comes to service, experience better. From maintenance to repair to parts, collision, even our quick lane, we do it better. Your time is valuable and your dollars hard-earned. We'll take care of you. Bowditch Ford, a tradition of doing the right thing.
Hey Lionsbridge fans, Bruce Farrell here from Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, Hampton Roads trusted mortgage lender and proud sponsor of Lionsbridge FC. We know every homebuyer is different, so we're dedicated to putting you first every step of the way. Contact me today. I'm ready to make the assist on all your home buying goals. Let's go Bridge!
Prior to exercising outside in the heat, there's a couple things to always think about. First, always making sure that you properly hydrate with water. And this can be up to a couple days even prior to exercising. If you start feeling run down, not feeling right, make sure you take a break. If we do start getting to the point where your symptoms are getting worse and you're not feeling right, it will be very important to seek medical attention. Again, getting the body temperature down and getting your hydration back up and resting appropriately.
The rotator cuff is a group of muscles that surround the shoulder joint, as you can see here. There's 4 of them, and like all muscles, they have a muscle belly, which is this red fleshy portion here, and a white tendinous portion. And so when the rotator cuff tears, essentially what happens is the white tendon comes off the bone. The recovery is basically, you're in a sling for about 6 weeks to allow the tendon to heal. By 3 months, I let patients get back to things like lifting weights, playing golf, swimming, things of that nature.
You're always there with just what they need.
Here you go, sweetie. Got you some dinner?
Making tough times easier.
I appreciate it.
And the good times, great.
Here, clean yourself up.
To make them feel safe, special, and most of all, loved. You're always there for them. And we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
I started my career by going to the United States Merchant Marine Academy. My favorite part of working at a shipyard is the dynamic jobs we do every day. There's always new challenges, new problems that come up.
I went through the apprenticeship with Coleman, coming in not knowing much, but as you grow and go through the program, like I said, you start to learn. My favorite part of my career is just knowing the work that we do helps support this country, also helps protect this country as far as the vessels that we work on.
Great vision and healthy eyes are the goal at Peninsula Eye Care. Optometrists diagnose and treat many disorders of the eye and visual system and are a great addition to your healthcare team. We prescribe glasses, contact lenses, and medications to serve you. I'm Dr. David Buck, and if you're looking for a team that will care about you and is ready to listen, come see us at Peninsula Eye Care.